Hey, what's up guys, the Strong Boys 19 here. It is time to do the 2014 album review of the new Black Stone Cherry album entitled Magic Mountain. Now for those who don't know these guys, Black Stone Cherry is a four-piece southern/hard rock type of band from Kentucky. This is their fourth album, and the previous album is Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea, which came out in 2011. And I've been a massive fan of these guys for a really long time. My most favourite album has to be Folklore and Superstition, and a lot of people would prefer the debut album, but for me, I will always put on Folklore and Superstition, just a lot more than any other album that they have put out. So anyways, Black Stone Cherry with this album. What do I think of Magic Mountain? I think it's another good release from this band. However, there's going to be some flaws, but needless to say, there's positive more higher than the negatives. So anyways, the record label for this album is Roadrunner Records, and it's just like their earlier albums that has the same record label from their discography. So from the earlier process, from their debut album era, their music at first was like a hard rock type of sound with some heavy metal thrown into the music. And from the release of Folklore and Superstition, the band's music had changed, and you can still hear the heavy, catchy, awesome songs, but at some songs they can switch to the more softer, ballady rock type of music, and which isn't really a big problem for me. So I respect the newer direction that Black Stone Cherry have done throughout these past couple of years. So a lot of the songs on the album are really good, especially like a lot of the heavier songs on this album. Songs like Holding On to Letting Go, Peace Pipe, Me and Mary Jane, also Dance Girl and Blow My Mind. And the production of this album is phenomenal as well, and some of the soft songs in this album are cool too. So yeah, the guitar playing from Chris and Ben, they're just really good guitar players, and I just love how the whole band can really communicate with each other, and they are fun and outstanding live as well. You can really see that the music from their songs are just, full of excitement from beginning to end, and the guitar playing is awesome stuff, and their guitar solos from Ben and Chris together, awesome as well, and some of the solos can be like a hint of some of a bluesy style of solos here and there, so it is also impressive stuff. And John Fred Young's drumming, he had been one of my favourite drummers in music in general, and he does some great drum fills, and the way he gets the music with the beats suits well. And I always like to give this band a lot of credit just because of how unique and creative this band can really be from their catchy and easy to follow songwriting. And the bass guitar work is also just as great as the guitar work, and its sound quality is heavy, and the distortion from the guitars also heavy and raw pretty much. And my most favourite soft song on this album is the track Sometimes, and you can hear the sound of acoustic guitars, and it sounded really amazing, and it does bring the emotion of the really sweet tone to it, with Chris with his amazing vocals, and from the heavier points of views from the band's songs, he can just let it out from the top of his voice, and from the softer stuff he switches to the more softer, mellow uh, like a vibrato type of voice, and it suits really well. And the backing vocals from the rest of the guys just suited just as great as Chris's vocals. Now let's get to the flaws, unfortunately. Um, some of the songs on this album are, not one of my most favorite ones. The song Runaway, to me, is not bad, but to me, it doesn't really capture the emotion to me. I mean, I really like the cleaner guitar sounds and just the way the band goes with the chorus and just the whole instrumentation and everything, but it's good, but it's never been one of my favorite songs on the album. And some of the choruses on some songs on this album felt a bit, felt a bit rushed. I mean, because sometimes this band can build these choruses up with like a pre-chorus just to make the music um, more interesting with like a quieter piece, and then just gets louder and louder, and then they can just build the chorus up from there. But some of these parts that the band had done can be just a bit hit or miss for me. So, some of the choruses felt a bit, well, not out of place, but just a bit rushed for my liking. So, needless to say, Magic Mountain is another solid, good release from Black Stone Cherry, and I really do recommend their earliest stuff for those who are going to get into this band. But even though this album did get some mixed reviews and feedback from different reviews and critics and whatnot, but I still enjoyed this album from some of the band's catchy hooks and some memorable, great pieces of music from the band. And to me, I will always prefer their earlier stuff just a little bit more than Magic Mountain. So it isn't a big letdown of an album, but I still enjoyed it all the way through. So that's just pretty much all I've got to say about Magic Mountain by Black Stone Cherry. And I'm going to give this album, I'd say, close to an 8.5 to a 9 out of 10. Say an 8.5 out of 10 for this album. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this album. So yeah, that's just really all I've got to say. So thank you guys for watching, and I will keep you guys posted for these reviews in the future and other stuff as well. And just have a great blast of listening to these guys. So thank you guys for watching,